If you're nervous about needles or have medical anxiety, same. Let's talk about how you can still get vaccinated and boosted against COVID-19. My name is Samantha Yammine, also known as Science Sam online, where I spend a lot of my time talking about the awesomeness of the science behind COVID vaccines. Now, I love vaccines and really wanted to be vaccinated, but the way that we get them through a needle really gives me a lot of anxiety. And because of this, I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to get vaccinated. Now, some of you may be thinking, what? It's just a quick prick, you barely feel it. And while that's true, for me and many others with this, it's about a lot more than just the prick. Needle anxiety may start off with painful associations as a kid, traumatic experiences in medical settings, or specific blood injury and injection phobia. For me, it's a bit of a mix. I tend to faint with needles, and while fainting is a pretty common response to blood or injections and isn't particularly harmful so long as you don't hit your head, it can be a traumatic experience, and I know I wasn't always given compassion during those times. And that dismissal is a common theme for many of us with needle anxiety. In fact, it's a big part of why so many of us feel shame and stigma talking about needle anxiety. If this is you, I want you to know you're valid, you deserve compassionate care and accommodations, and you are not alone. At least 5 to 10% of adults have needle phobia, and according to a systematic review and meta-analysis from 2019, needle fear is exhibited by the majority of children, 20 to 50% of adolescents, and 20 to 30% of adults. It's estimated that around 16% of adults may avoid the flu vaccine because of needle fear or phobia. A therapist can help you identify the most stressful parts of the vaccination experience so that you can find places that can provide appropriate accommodations. For some, being able to lie down, get it in a private area, bring a support person, or just take time to ask questions before and after can be enough to make the vaccination more manageable. Fortunately, most vaccination sites can easily offer these accommodations, even if you just ask for them upon arrival. You don't often need to call ahead, but you can if that helps. For me, I like to have a plan in place, so I did all of those things and coordinated them with the clinic in advance. I was really anxious on the day of my first vaccination appointment, but things went smoothly. An hour before my appointment, I applied a topical numbing cream to the area where I'd be getting my vaccination. You can pick this up at your local pharmacy without a prescription if, like me, you want to be oblivious to when things are happening. I got my first 2 doses of the COVID vaccine at a mass vaccination clinic. That was a little bit overwhelming, so my partner did all of my check-in while I just listened to music. Then he came and escorted me to a private curtained-off area where I could lie down, take a few minutes to kind of just collect myself and get in the zone before calling in the nurse when I was ready. I had my eyes shut the whole time, my favorite song blaring in my headphones, I was holding my partner's hand, and honestly it was over before we even got to the good verse. For my flu shot, my city offered at-home vaccinations, which was way more manageable and so comfortable. Honestly, the easiest needle of my life. And I was lucky to receive my COVID booster from my family doctor in a private room. And because she's my family doctor, she knew all about my anxiety and was able to offer me all the accommodations I needed, which was really awesome. And that is how I went from thinking I wouldn't be able to get any vaccines to getting 4 in 1 year. My flu shot, the 2 doses of the COVID vaccine for my primary series, and my booster. It was hard, but I did it, and you can too. For answers to more of your COVID-19 questions, watch Science World's Vaccine Confidence series on YouTube.